freeway from the 91, and he'll be heading back down towards the communities of Hawaiian Gardens and Los Alamitos. High speed, you can see his velocity in relation to the general traffic flow, which is 65 miles an hour here.
Oh, he's well exceeding that. So, Rick, we can only assume that the armed robbery itself happened in the San Pedro area where this pursuit began?
That's what we're thinking, and I did not hear. You guys may have more information than I do about what type of weapon was used. But again, when we're dealing with a robbery, that means that personal property, something was taken in the presence of another individual, an innocent individual, and either force, fear, physical violence was used in that. And whether or not a weapon was used in that robbery, that's unclear at this time, unless you guys have confirmation of that. Southbound side of the 605 freeway here, coming out of Cerritos, down towards Los Alamitos. Traffic flow looks wide open here, all the way down back to the 405 freeway. This pursuit started at about 11:30, so we're over a half an hour now that this pursuit has been happening, starting in San Pedro by the Los Angeles Police Department.
Rick, we're just seeing here that this is not confirmed yet, but we understand this guy, this suspect, may be wanted for two, not one, but two armed robberies, and was reportedly armed with a knife. So we are working to confirm that.
Yeah, that's the information that we're getting from our desk right now, is that this he is wanted for two armed robberies. We should tell you that this is southbound on the 605 right now, going through the Cerritos area. Of course, as you go down the 605, we're looking at Lakewood and Los Alamitos. And as you said, it's possible, Rick, that he could double back and return back to the Long Beach, San Pedro area.
Yeah, he'll have options. Again, the freeways, the 605 is wide open all the way down to the 405. And the 605 essentially starts and ends there at the 405. So he will either transition, if he stays on the freeway here, he'll either transition south on the 405, which will take him down towards Orange County, or back to the north on the 405 freeway through the communities of Long Beach, Wilmington, Carson, where he once was. So we'll see exactly what happens, but we do know at this time that he does have a wide open freeway. He's being tracked in the air by LAPD Air 18 and a number of units. Again, the initial agency, the lead agency, was the Los Angeles Police Department, because these robberies now we're hearing possible, unconfirmed two, with a knife this suspect used, were in the San Pedro area, right off the 110 freeway, Gaffey Street. That's where we first heard the call, and it first came in at around 11:30 this morning. So we're about 35 minutes into this pursuit, and with each minute, I always mention this, Bob and Marlo, with each minute this pursuit continues. Oh, wow, look at that. He just cut across traffic, and he's making an exit. He is doing whatever he can to get away, and you wonder why they run, because they're not in custody and they want to get away. He knows he's wanted for something and is likely facing significant jail time, and if he can get away, that's what he's trying to do here. So now on city streets again, and he is roaring east or westbound now. I'll try to get the street for you here, off into the Long Beach area. He's going to be heading towards Long Beach Airport here in a westbound direction from the 605 freeway towards the Long Beach Airport. And look at him go. Okay, units have backed off a bit now again, and we saw this when he was in the Wilmington area, because he's moving at such a high rate of speed and creating such a dangerous situation for all of these motorists who have no idea. Look at this, what's coming up. He's coming up into an intersection here, and he does not have the right-of-way. Let's see what he does. Pulling into a gas station. Wow, look at this. That was off of Studebaker, and he got around that, making a right turn. Now
was that Studebaker?
Northbound from Studebaker,
was it
now on Spring Street.
Spring Street
to Studebaker.
So that's near the Cerritos area.
This is more in the Long Beach area, actually, yes. So now heading northbound. Again, real dangerous. I'm looking out the window here, and I can see that the units, the ground units, the squad cars have really pulled back, but they're watching him from above. LAPD Air 18 is still watching him, surveilling this situation from above. But you could see the danger, and as I was just mentioning, with every minute that this pursuit continues, there's a stronger likelihood that we could see something dramatic, drastic happen. And so many times we've seen, and LAPD has had a number of situations like that that have been involved in these pursuits, and they get to such an extreme speed. And we see these horrific accidents, and unfortunately, innocent people are either injured or killed. Northbound on Studebaker here, and this is more the east side of Long Beach. He's backing towards the north now, up towards the 91. But what a bold move, crossing over nearly 4 lanes of traffic there.
Oh.
And up on
Looked
the
like he
curb a
almost
little bit
clipped that
there.
car.
Yeah. And this, they want to bring this to an end. If they get an opportunity to perform the pit maneuver, the pursuit intervention technique, that maneuver where they can spin him out and disable him, I know they're going to do that. Doing
Wow,
a U-turn.
wow.
Oh,
There he goes
against
again,
traffic
against
here.
traffic.
Wow. Now he's heading in a westerly direction in eastbound lanes, head-on traffic.
Whoa!
Oh, narrowly missed that car. This guy is
This is just so
unbelievably out of
frightening to
control.
watch.
So let's see what he does here. He's turning in on a surface street here. Thankfully, nobody was hit there. That was something else. In the parking lot of a, it looks like a little 9-hole golf course here, off of Studebaker. We'll try to get the other street here for you, and let me see what he's doing here now.
Is he on the sidewalk? Yes, it
and
looks like he's on the sidewalk.
Yeah, he clipped off the sidewalk, now back on.
Oh, there's
Now
the
he's gonna
black and
go-
white.
He's going to do a U-turn, and I'll tell
So
you what,
this-
if they have a chance to pit him, he's heading
Sure.
back in a westbound direction. They're going to do it. The more traffic up ahead here, and a lot of congestion, and he has another chance to use this left turn lane to get out of this. Nope, he's going to continue in a westbound direction. The air support, LAPD Air 18, is right on top of this. Now you can see units have gotten right up against him as well. Again, LAPD the lead, because that's where the alleged crimes, possibly 2 robberies, took place in the right lane. Let's see what he does through this intersection against the red light. And so many people don't even know that this is happening. And if you ever encounter anything like this, I always try to make these teachable moments as well. Give the officer space. Do not try to be a hero in any way, because you could make the situation worse, and you can endanger yourself, the officers' lives, and other people's lives as well.
Well,
All right,
that golf course, by the way, is on Carson Street. That's the Hartwell golf course that they went through.
And he is on Carson Street right now. He's heading westbound on Carson Street, and he'll be heading towards the Victoria Country Club and the Long Beach Airport here, which we know well here in Skyfox. So let's see what happens if there's a little bit of a open road here, if they try to disable him and spin him out with that pursuit intervention technique. He's backing up on his speed a little bit. He's coming up to a very busy intersection again, in which he does not have the right-of-way, and all the lanes are clogged. So let's push in and see how he's going to manipulate this situation. In and out of traffic. Oh, just slice. Look at this.
Oh, he is stopped there. He's trapped.
Yeah, he really is at this time. So now we're going to see if they can make a move. The officers can make a move and try to block him in. But it's so difficult. You know, you said, Marlon Bob, that he possibly had a knife. You know, we don't know if he has a gun. And they have to expect the worst. These officers have to expect the worst. Now, because he's the lead, there's going to be an open road up ahead. So this might be an opportunity to do a pit maneuver. I'm looking out the window here, and it does appear that there is no other vehicles up for at least a block. So let's see if he tries to get up on him and spin him out here and put this pursuit to an end, this dangerous high-speed pursuit that has been going on for 45 minutes. He's coming up on the back side of him here. Nothing yet. Heading westbound on Carson Street towards Long Beach Airport. Let's see. Here he comes. He's coming up on the side. Here he goes. Yep. Come on. Spin him out. There he goes. He got him. Yeah, let's end this right now. I saw that coming. I saw the open road, but he's facing the right way. Block him in. This guy's going to block him in right now.
Looks like his door is opening.
It looks like his door is open, and this could turn into a foot bail now. Many officers. He's blocked in there.
Guns drawn.
Dangerous situation. You don't know what you're dealing with. Obviously, and it looks like they're going to take him into custody here. Sorry for the trees here. We'll get around this and get a better view. But thankfully, this suspect has been neutralized, possibly a double robbery suspect that started in San Pedro, ending here on Carson Street near the Long Beach Airport in Long Beach. And those officers saw that opportunity. I saw it from above. Because he was the lead vehicle coming out of that light, just like you know it, Bob and Marla, when you're coming up on a stoplight and you're that first car in line, you know straight ahead there isn't going to be much traffic because traffic has been held. So they had that space, that open opportunity, and those officers took it. They got up right behind him. A successful pit maneuver, a successful end to this pursuit. We did not see any real dangerous looking collisions. We didn't see anybody injured from our vantage point. That might not be the case. But we do know solo occupant described as a male Hispanic on the scanners from up here being taken into custody on Carson Street in Long Beach.
Wanted for 2 armed robberies, possibly armed with a knife. Good job by LAPD for taking advantage of that moment there and working that pit maneuver successfully. And that's despite having backed off at least 2 times because this pursuit just got that dangerous within the 45 minutes that it was underway. Again, beginning 45 minutes ago or so in the San Pedro area, as we see LAPD officers get down and officially cuff this suspect and then load him into the black and white there.
A solid pit maneuver by that officer in that LAPD unit. Certainly this pursuit got into really dangerous territory when it got off the freeway and the 91 freeway and onto surface streets, but all coming to an end there in the northern part of Long Beach, very close to the Long Beach Airport on Carson Street. We saw some very dangerous maneuvers there by the suspect, the armed robbery suspect.
And those are all LAPD units down below there, Bob and Marla. So they held the lead on the pursuit. That's where the alleged armed robberies occurred. Unclear if anybody was injured in those robberies, but we heard possibly up to 2. And the suspect had a knife in his possession when he took possession of something. Well, we don't know where the location was or how that went down, but we will definitely look into that and have a follow-up on that.
All right, Rick, looks like this is getting wrapped up, thankfully, and thank you for your reporting and Sky Fox. And of course, we will have a full wrap-up of this tonight on the Fox 11 News at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, we will take a short break and
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, that could have just been. Well, on Carson Street? I mean, that truck, that white truck, are you kidding me? So glad they got that guy, man. What's this guy doing? Maybe we can still get that. That 101 was just awful in the valley when we crossed over it. Yeah, this guy's being told not to. He was like recording or something. I can't. Hey, Andrew, we're trying to get the license plate. I don't know. It's real difficult, though, because we have to be up high above the airship. Sky Fox to assignment desk. Sky Fox to assignment desk. Hey, do you want the license plate? This is the best we can do. I can't read. I can't read it, Andrew. You're gonna have to look at your monitor. We can't read it from up here.